and welcome to WowCast. Today we're diving deeper underground into the next content update for The War Within, Undermined. Joining me today are two developers from the team who helped bring this update to life. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm David Hollings. I'm a game designer who focuses primarily on battleground and arena maps.
Hi, I'm Mark Collada. I'm an assistant lead quest designer and the point for the Undermined update.
Get these fucking dudes some chairs made for their large statures.
Thank you for joining us
What the
today.
fuck, man? These poor guys, dude.
Let's jump right in.
Look at them, just crammed in these little fucking baby chairs. Everyone isn't 120 pounds and 5'8", okay? These guys are like fucking 6 feet tall, fucking 260. Like, these boys need some chairs. What the fuck is this? Anyway, moving on.
Made Undermine the perfect location for this major update.
Undermine is a location.
What are these chairs made for ants? It needs to be at least 3 times bigger.
that we've seen throughout the lore of World of Warcraft for quite a while, both in manuals back from 1999. I think it was just like a little location at the south of the map, to Cataclysm and seeing it in.
All right, he said it. That map's canon now. Everything on this map is canon. This is Azeroth. Our life is a lie. Ulduar is a massive continent off the southwest coast that is only entered by the Maw. Fucking lol. What the fuck, dude? Also, you notice how they never put a single landmark on this continent at all? They just called it Ulduar and have the Maw. It's funny how everything else is mapped out except this. Weird. They ended up putting it in the north where Northrend is. That's pretty funny. They were going to give us a whole fucking continent. The arrows are also canon.
To Cataclysm and seeing it in gossip text and other interactions with goblins. So for us, it didn't make a lot of sense to put it in the first
so
four zones, but
excited.
it certainly makes a lot of sense. to
Oh
put
my
it.
god, dude, look at it. Oh my god. It is magnificent, dude. You didn't, yeah, the blasted lands on that map are in Northrend, which means the dark portal is more than likely meant to be in Northrend in that case.
Here. Another thing that we really wanted to do when we were looking at Undermine was
Oh my god, they're building rockets. What the fuck? Is that a legit rocket ship? Chat, we saw this before. We could legit try to fly. Could you imagine a cutscene where Gallywix goes to escape on a rocket and crashes into the Veil? I would die, dude. I would fucking die. Could you imagine? This guy gets in a fucking ship. My grand escape plan! Crashes into the Veil and plummets into the ocean. Oh man, that'd be so crazy. That'd be so crazy. But if there isn't a Veil, yeah, then fly me to the moon. Let me sail next to Elune. Please show me what life is like on... No. Yeah, sorry.
goblins.
CNC Red
of
Alert, Tim
course,
Karimi
are just-
active? Oh yeah, that'd be hilarious. Why don't I have an escape pod? You know, last time I almost got caught without an escape pod. Good thing good old goblin ingenuity has me a beautiful new one. I'm out of here, chumps. Enjoy the end of the world. As he just launches off and just crashes into the sky. Be so good, dude. That'd be so funny. That'd be so good.
This zany, creative, chaotic race that we have in World of Warcraft, and we really haven't seen a lot of development in their culture and who they are, their stories. And so this is our way of making sure that, like, hey,
Wait, why is the character that they're showing right there? They have that fire crown on and the fire wings. That's probably unrelated, but like, I just always wonder why they choose to do things like that.
And so this is our way of making sure that, like, hey, players, we want to give you more stories that are...
So what is all this green shit? Is this Kazhamite then? It looks like slime. Manifesting. And what's being heavily implied is that Xalatath is going to teach the goblins how to utilize black blood for their own technology.
give you more stories that are...
But what is this? Are they making... What is this?
stories that are based in cultures that we have not yet seen in the world, but then also make sure that we are connecting it back to the larger story as a whole within the World Soul Saga and especially the War Within.
Hell yeah. Oh no, it's Drestagath again. Oh, fuck. They're going to show us the goblins alchemically changing the black blood to something else, and it's going to open our eyes. I hope you guys understand that if we see them learn how to alchemically alter the black blood, that the same thing could have been done in reverse. If this was the black blood of the old gods or something else even before, something alchemically could have occurred that altered the state of the blood. So just keep that theme in mind as you witness the goblins utilizing it, doing weird alchemical shit with it. Definitely just pay attention to what's the byproduct, what's the end result. Could it be that this happened before and the black blood was once something else as well, and it corrupted the old gods or something like that? Be on that line of thinking. Is it possible that the black blood was once something else, that it was corrupted, and that's what turned the old gods into horrible amalgamations of like terror and like nightmare? Because I like that. I like the concept that the old gods were once something else and that they were corrupted or befouled to become the horrible things that they are now. I like that a lot. But I could be not true.
For us, at least, we get to do really cool stuff. We get to interface with the 4 different cartels, the Bilgewater, Blackwater, Steamweedle, and Venture Co. And each one of them and their leaders, as we've got to know throughout World of Warcraft. So we have Monty Gazlo for Bilgewater, Marin Noggenfogger for Steamweedle, Baron Revelgaz for Blackwater. Don't worry, if you've been killing goblins in Booty Bay, you'll be fine there.
My rep.
Yeah. And then Venture Co.,
I think what they're trying to imply is that like the black blood of the old gods was a shared thing. You guys realize when you run Nyalotha that it's black blood that's like going over the ground? This black blood's not unique to this old god. Yasharaj also has black blood, and Yogg-Saron is probably supposed to have black blood, but he also has the qualities of like death and madness, which cause the Serenite to have a different visual, which I think is also because of Maldraxxus. But I really do think that what they're kind of trying to show us is that like all of them are connected. They're all connected. And I want you guys to understand something. Yogg might only have Serenite as like his blood product because something happened to it. Like because of an alchemical change or an infusion of another power source. I really think that's where they're going with this, of like blood magic and blood alchemy and like what can you make from blood and how can you alter it, and like I really think that's where they're going with this.
Not a cartel, but you'll see what we have in store for them. Normally,
yeah, it's the black blood of Yogg-Saron, the black blood of Yasharaj, the black blood of Ashkahet, it's always the black blood. And I think that what it's trying to show is that maybe all of these old gods were connected at one point. The black blood of Yogg-Saron courses through me. There you go. I think that, yeah, it's really an indication that these things may have all been part of a whole. I mean, think about, that's what we're thinking with other things, right? Maybe the Titans are fragments of a whole. Maybe Sargeras or Anshe and Elune are fragments of a whole. Why aren't the old gods fragments of a whole? Like, why would we do this with so many other things, but not consider it for the old gods? I think we should. I really think we should. There's a good chance that they were all part of one thing. And I think that there's a really good chance that the thing that they were all part of is either like Argus or Elune or Azeroth or, one of those 3 essentially that like, I mean, yeah, they just give me that vibe. I've just always had that feeling that that's where they came from. They're fragments of another kind of being.
Antagonists, but much like everything with goblins, they can...
And remember, how do we see flesh forming? We see the roots of a world tree plunging down into Ashkahet and touching black blood and coming and turning into flesh. So what does that suggest about potentially the origin of the old gods if the black blood was something else before it was theirs or became, you know what I'm saying? Like there's opportunity for the primordial forces of the cosmos to have kind of shaped things in a way that we scarcely understand because we've been limited by the boundaries and confines of order. So
normally antagonists, but much like everything with goblins, they can shift their allegiances based on whatever it is that they choose to, and we will explain that toward in the story.
I'm so excited to learn more about the goblins and their crazy antics. Speaking of the cartels, if we partner with the cartels, what do we get from that?
So the experience that you have with an Undermine will change based on the different cartels you ally with. So if you decide to go with Blackwater, Baron Revelgaz will be the one blabbing at you in World Quest in his very awesome, what is a pirate goblin sort of voice. And with that, you will also be able to unlock customizations for your car, different transmogs, toys, sort of the general things that we would expect to come out of a friendship reputation that you're earning throughout the experience.
We'll see.
Speaking of cars, this new vehicle system Drive was mentioned in the Warcraft Direct recently. David, do you have more information on this?
I do, yeah. Drive, which stands for Dynamic and Revolutionary Improvements to Vehicular Experiences, is going to be the new way that you get around Undermine. It's roughly 3 to 5 times faster than a ground mount and a little faster than skywriting at full speed.
I think once people really get a feel for that speed, I guarantee people will really start to see just how fast this car is.
It's gonna be sick, dude.
Quick.
They're hauling ass.
How does progression work with the vehicle?
They got air, they had jumps.
So you'll get your car from Nana Tallulah, and she's gonna send you on some shipping and handling activities to gain some currency and get some new parts for your ride, and you'll be able to customize your ride, whether you're getting new colors, make it faster, or even change how it drifts.
Dude, holy shit.
You'll be able to make
Dude, did you see how fast they were moving? Holy shit.
Getting new colors, make it faster, or even change how it drifts.
Holy
You'll be able
fuck.
to make it your own. Throttle control is going to be extremely important when you're trying to control your car around those like really tight turns of the Undermine.
I'm so excited. Yeah, you have these cringe people that are like, this isn't World of Warcraft. It's like, shut up, bitch. Yes, it is. Shut the fuck up. This is the most World of Warcraft shit ever. Shut up. Keep your fucking mouth quiet and you sit in the corner until I fucking tell you that you can come out of the corner. You suck. It's a shit take. This seems awesome and fun. What the fuck? This is awesome. Imagine putting things in your game that are actually fun to play. Wow. What a concept. Actually having fun? What?
Also, we do have timekeeper races that players can go and challenge themselves to.
There was a car racing mode in Warcraft 3. Shut up.
4 courses. We have both the forward and the reverse course, and then
fun in my video game.
To see how you decide to make it your own with other players. If you want to do your montages, you're taking a drift in front of the hotel and put it to your favorite music, and please do, right? Like, we really want to see how people make this sort of like an experience that they're getting into themselves.
Hell yeah.
All right, now let's switch gears and let's talk about delves.
Do it.
Hey, don't make fun of my pun, okay?
There will be 2
Switch
new delves,
gears.
Excavation Site 9 and Side Street Sluice, as well as new variants of goblin-themed delves.
Sorry, they're called what?
Okay.
There will be 2 new delves, Excavation Site 9 and Side...
Excavation 9? Yo, do I have any Final Fantasy players in the chat? Excavation Site 9? Fucking Lamau? That's hilarious. That's like Solution 9. That's funny to me. I don't know why. They call it Excavation 9? Come on.
Side Street Sluice, as well as new variants of goblin.
What is this Fell Energy? What am I looking? Is this Fell? Is this Bile? What is this?
As well as new.
Watch like Fell is like the byproduct of using black blood to create like machinery or order. Some fucked up shit. Like, or Kaja, it's just like, dude, hold on. Fell being a byproduct is something that I've not really thought about very much. What the fuck? This might break my brain.
Variants of goblin-themed delves for the majority of the War Within.
Is Kazumite Fell or Fell really Kazumite? We don't know. But they seem so visually similar. Like, I don't know. I think they're going to try to show us that. Like, what is it? What really is Kazumite?
Delves. There'll also be a new Zekfir-style encounter as well. That's going to be hosting all new rewards.
Oh, cool.
Jesus,
do you have an example of one of the rewards?
There will be a new mount, the Gobtrotter mount, with new customization options as well.
Okay, I mean, that's kind of fucking sick. Like, what the fuck? That's fucking sick.
Gobtrotter mount, with new customization options as well, including a gold variant version for the challenge mode.
It looks like the War Within logo.
Oh,
Look at that. It's got the cracks of light coming out of the black balloon. This is a Sargeras reference. What the fuck? It's not only a logo reference, it's the same as like his chest. It's like what I was showing you earlier. It's a gold and black, what is this? Dragon Deathwing themed flying machine? I can't even comprehend what I'm looking at anymore, dude. What the fuck? What if Kazhamite's solidified fel fused with Azeroth's essence? You mean fel combined with fucking Azerite? Fuck. Sorry, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Similar to like the Void one that's out right now if you beat Zekvir.
Exactly.
Can you tell us more about Side Street Sluice and Excavation Site 9?
So Side Street Sluice takes place in the sewers of Undermine, and you will get to see
My favorite
what
place.
Dark Fuse is trying to do in the sewers, what control they're exerting within the space, and the
fuck?
other sort of antics of goblins away from the public eye and their machinations within the sewers. And Excavation Site 9 takes place
Jesus,
in a
look at
new
the black blood
section
there.
behind Opportunity Point at the
Spewing out.
south of where we're going in the Ring Deeps. In it, you're going to see
Titan
sort of like
artifact.
void corruption overtaking Titan ruins to sort of show this eternal conflict we have seen through the history of World of Warcraft of Titans versus void. Within it, of course,
What did he just fucking say? This eternal conflict of Titans versus Void? What? There's an Azoth there. Yeah, this is just old god shit. Huh.
you will go and see why it is called Excavation Site 9 with the
And the Titans pretend not to know what the Void is. What the fuck? Do they forget? Do they pretend or do they not remember? Could they have had their memories wiped? Eonar says very few things. I remember the awakening. A life sprang forth all around us. I remember unity until it was shattered by betrayal. I remember fleeing to keep him from his prize. She never says... She does say Sargeras at one point.
goblin-themed antics that are down there. It is a super cool environmental selling sort of space.
So, is our trusty sidekick still Bran Bronzebeard?
Our trusty sidekick is still Bran Bronzebeard.
Yo, look at that
yes.
metal-ass
So
guy
we
sitting
decided to
next
go
him.
with
What the
Bran
fuck?
for the entirety of the War Within, as he is a character people have grown fond of early on in Season 1, with all of his meme potential about webs and Nerubians popping out of them.
I was literally just going to say, hope at least there's not going to be any webs from the Rubians. You won't have to warn me not to stand in them.
And also, it gives us an
Full stop,
opportunity
man.
to rethink what a sort of expansion level companion will be, instead of season over season constantly changing and
Yeah.
forcing people to relearn the mechanics, the abilities,
Yeah.
sort of the kit that Bran has. Also, within season 2 and at the launch of the
if
Undermined
you don't give a new
update,
kit, then it's just
Bran will be
pointless.
receiving a new tank specialization.
Hell yeah.
So if you're a healer, you no longer have to feel that you need to spec change into a role that isn't the one that you're connected to. He'll be a ranged tank, so he has a shield and a gun, and then a new set of abilities that he will receive.
A what? A what now? A ranged tank? What the fuck? Are we gonna get some cool shit in World of Warcraft here soon? What the fuck is going on? He's got a gun and a shield. He's like, well, who's like that? There's no characters like that in Overwatch, right? Brigitte or whatever has a fucking, like a flail. And, Reinhardt has a fucking hammer. That'd be cool. Give me a gun tank, dude. Like a gun breaker? What the fuck?
For that. Not only that, but we also have goblin curios that we're putting in there, goblin-themed curios. So a dwarf, such as Bran Bronzebeard, with
Nice.
sort of his personality and how sort of larger than life he is, what is he going to do when he's interacting with raw?
That's an interesting set that they keep showing. Let me see this again. Is that a little horn coming out of there? What the fuck am I looking at? No, it's a pipe. Kind of looked like a horn initially. Why does this give me... Is this a goblin set from like the raid or something? I don't like this.
What is he going to do when he's interacting with rockets and bombs and malfunctioning devices throughout the delving experience? There is a special curio that you can receive from doing the challenge encounter.
Oh.
And it'll allow Bran to call down a mech that you then as a player can pilot in the delve.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so it's going to just tie into sort of the goblin fantasy of everything
Nice.
we have within Undermined.
That's kind of cool.
Now let's talk about Season 2, which starts 1 week after the Undermine update. Let's go straight into PvP.
Yeah, so there's going to be a new arena called the Cave.
Do we know our mythic dungeon rotation yet for Season 2? What we're going to get? I can't remember if they announced that or not. We do? What is it again? Or I can probably just look it up. They talk about it in this video? Oh, did they say that already, or is it's coming up, or?
Cage of Carnage.
Oh,
And it's unlike
okay.
any arena we've ever done before.
Whoa, sorry. Gotta pause again because we're looking at sets. Look at those, dude. What the fuck? Look at that skull pirate hat, ghostly like hat. That's fucking... This is all new, right? That looks fucking sick, dude. That's dope. Is this new? It's a rogue set. It looks cool. Yeah, look at those horns, bro. Damn. It's kind of scary looking. It's like more primal lifey. I fuck with this, dude. It's like it almost looks like demonic. I fuck with this. This is new. We don't have these at the moment.
Before, we took a look
Yeah, it's nice.
at the map pool and we noticed that we were missing a couple smaller maps. So we decided to make this map a little bit more cutthroat.
Yeah,
Players
just
will be
straight up
dropped in through a trap
fight.
door and separated
like
only
this.
by a metal platform that'll have ramps on every corner. It's going to be quite a tight fit. It should make for some explosive
Nice.
gameplay.
I like
Well,
this
that's
arena.
what
That's cool.
PvP players can expect. What can PvE players expect in Season 2?
Yeah, so there's going to be a new
You get
dungeon.
one arena. Fucking wrecked. So that's what PvP players can expect. An arena. Get fucking owned. Nerds. That's a shame. You want to know why? Because people talk a lot of shit about World of Warcraft's PvP. I think it's just because a lot of people, it's very fast paced, so it's overwhelming for a lot of people. A lot of people, it's overwhelming. They can't keep up with the speed. I don't know if I can keep up. Gotta keep track of all these other sweaty fuckers and their fucking cooldowns. Who wants to do that? No, but here's the truth. WoW's PvP it's pretty good. I mean, it's very responsive. And like things like Battlegrounds are significantly more fun, in my opinion, than things like Frontlines and fucking Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy's PvP sucks fucking dick, dude. It's because that game it has like a long delay between like your fucking shit. There's like a built-in latency in that game. It's very weird, and you can feel it when you first start playing it. It's a big turnoff, so you have to push through it. But if you do, it feels fine. But this game's PvP feels significantly better. And it's not just random hit splats like fucking RuneScape. So, you know, PvPing in RuneScape's fun, right? But you can just literally get hit for 130 fucking damage, and like, because of the weapons that exist in that game now. So it's kind of insane. But WoW PvP is pretty good. I just don't play it on stream because it makes me fucking toxic. It doesn't make me toxic. It brings out the toxic side of the I want to win side, and it sucks. So I just don't do it. I don't do it. I used to do rated Battlegrounds, and I would target call as a Death Knight, and that was fun, and it wasn't too serious. No one got mad in that. That was more casual because it was more people. But like 3's arena is not a fun experience for me. It's just not fun.
Dungeon called Operation Floodgate. It's going to be a 4-boss dungeon that's taking place in the Ringing Deeps. It's going to be at that big dam that you might have seen.
Fuck?
And we are preventing Ventrico and Dark Fuse from knocking over that dam and flooding the region. So players can enter this dungeon. It's going
the goblins have airships down here now, by the way. Since when in the fuck did they get an airship down here? This guy, you see all his fucking bones. Goblin bone structure there for you. Interesting. From this lightning, it's like some fucking... What the fuck? He actually disappears for a split second and then reappears. Oh, this is a beam mechanic like that first boss in fucking Dawnbreaker. Shooting out some beams. Wah. That shit will fuck you up. This is some King Mechagon looking shit. I don't like this. When I see someone, I know it's just probably quirky goblin stuff, but when I see someone go from flesh to not flesh all of a sudden, I get a little worried, wondering of like what the fuck is going on. Also, look, it's bigger Kevo Yasiti. Better step back. She's calling in the bomb squad. And really cool looking black blood fueled goblin mechs. Holy fuck, dude. And why does it have a satellite on it?
A 4-boss dungeon that's
Cool.
taking place in the Ringing Deeps.
Those are sick looking, yeah. I hope we get that as a mount because that looks fucking awesome.
It's going to be at that big dam.
Damn, look at that big ass rocket. Oh my god. They really are trying to blow the dam. I wonder if we prevent them from doing it or if they actually end up like accomplishing it at some point. We'll probably prevent them from doing it, obviously, but it'd be kind of interesting if we didn't and they blew the fucking dam and like this whole area flooded. That'd be kind of sick, dude. What if they, I would love that if they like started like dynamically changing the fucking zones as things happen. Like they blow the fucking dam and then there's like a cave behind it you can explore. And then like now half the Ringing Deeps is like flooding or like it's like overflowing or some shit. I would love that. Yeah, they did. Yeah, like Veil, except for it never fucking went back. Even after everything at the end of the fucking raid, they just forgot about the Veil. It still looks like shit. Fucking Pepe hands, dude.
That you might have seen, and we are preventing
Maybe they try to blow it up and the cave leads to Heronir land? Yeah, maybe.
Ventrico and Dark Fuse from knocking over that dam and flooding the region. So players can enter this
Ventrico and
dungeon
Dark Fuse.
immediately, but Mythic Plus will come out once the season begins. The new Mythic Plus dungeon rotation will include the new dungeon Operation Floodgate.
Fuck yeah. Look at those huge fucking, those huge jumper cables. I love that. I love the aesthetic. Anything with the goblins. It's sick.
As well as the 4 remaining
Getting attacked with some frost abilities right here. Some lightning.
war within dungeons.
What's going on? Oh boy.
But it will also include some older dungeons. The Mechagon Workshop.
Fuck, dude. Fuck. Fucking Mechagon and fucking, and this fucking mine. What's this called?
The Motherlode.
The Motherlode. Oh my god. And Mechagon. They really want us thinking about re-origination and the flesh thing and the fucking robot shit and the Azerite and the fucking Eloon's also just like right fucking there. We're talking about rockets and flying to the moon, and Eloon's just like, hey, what's good down there? You want to come to the Black Forest and fucking help me out? Because I'm fucking getting ordered in this bitch.
Theater of Pain.
Yep. Sorry about Theater.
And Theater of Pain? To top it off, you give top?
And the Theater of Pain.
Oh my god! You fuckers! He literally says sorry! What the fuck? I don't want to think about the Primus. These fuckers in Maldraxxus, dude. This dungeon, what a fuck. And we have Nerubian stuff going on, and the architectural similarities between the Nerubians and the Maldraxxi are undeniable, so we should probably look at that again and think about why that happened, and where'd the fucking Nerubians come from, and all this shit. Anyway.
Yep. Sorry about Theater of Pain.
They came from the Akir and all that shit, I know. I'm just...
Be farming my trinkets yet again. I know Soul-Letting Ruby is one of the very popular...
Draw out a piece of the target's soul, decreasing their movement speed by 30% until the soul reaches you. The soul instantly heals you and grants you a crit. And you gain more crit strike from lower health targets.
Popular ones that people went after.
Cool.
After that.
And then, of course, with Mechagon, we do have our lovely cogwheel skill shot trinket that I'm really excited to see people use again, especially when they're fighting other...
Call a mecha cycle to crash into your target and explode, inflicting a ton of physical damage to them and fire damage to all nearby enemies.
Their motorcycles in Undermine and the raid itself.
I still don't have that mount, because the mount drops for the shit on Mechagon are absolutely fucking atrocious. By the way, mount drops for anything out of Battle for Azeroth are fucking atrocious, so you can suck a big one. Because I still don't have any of the fucking mounts from the top of the island, nor do I have any of the fucking rares from the invasion points. So, because they're all just too fucking rare. But you know what? Whatever. Why are they so set on giving people 1% drop rates for shit? Dude, I'm okay with a 1% drop rate if the rare doesn't have a fucking 6-hour spawn time. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, at least give me some kind of way, something I can do in the zone to, like, make it respawn faster or something. Like, what the fuck is that? That's just crazy. Sitting around for 6, like, dude, fucking blow me. There's way too much of that shit. It shouldn't be 15 minutes necessarily, but, like, fuck, dude. Like, ultra rares like Time Lost and Aeonax, I'm fine with long timers, but, like, Rust Feather? Like, dude. Make it a fucking 5-minute timer. Once you kill the rare and you can't get loot from it again for the day, it doesn't matter. If a rare's gonna 100% drop a mount, I'm okay with it having a fucking 6-hour spawn timer, okay? But ones that don't, it's like, what the fuck is this? It's another just blatant, let's waste their fucking time type of mechanic. Like, I'm sorry, but like, no, like, I don't have all the mounts. Most of you, I'm assuming, don't have all the fucking mounts. So the amount of time that you have to feasibly put into like collecting the mounts is just, it's just like, oh my God, I'd rather put my nuts in a fucking a blender, dude. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, sorry, moving on.
Now let's talk about the new raid, Liberation of Undermined.
Okay. So
Oh, hell yeah,
Liberation
dude. This shit looks evil as fuck. I love it. Deatherrock, you haughty bitch.
of Undermine. It is going to be an 8-boss raid. It will unlock a week after...
Dude. The chainmail black suit. Dude, this is sick. I love how he's got sunglasses on, even though he should only have one eye, I think.
The Undermined update goes out. And then we have our story mode also unlocking a week after that.
Nice.
So we saw success with narrow bar.
So we're doing day 1 normal, and I'm gonna prioritize people who have been, you know, able to make it to farm the most. And the raid group may be smaller when we enter this time because I want to, you know, we've cut some people. Some people have just stopped showing up. We'll be able to reduce it down, and I think that we'll probably fuck this raid up. I think if we can get 10 solid people, like I really think we can, and I think we're gonna have more than that, we're gonna fuck this raid up.
Bar Palace and Queen Ansarek.
Excited.
In terms of people going into the story mode, you get to experience the encounter, you get to see the cinematics.
We are probably not geared enough for it because we didn't do Mythic, but if we had done Mythic, we probably would have been able to go into this raid on Heroic to start. But we'll do normal first, get a feel for it all, and then go back again for Heroic.
And for us, Galliwix's encounter is a really core part of the story that we are telling within the Undermined update. And so, of course,
So, I'm assuming they mean, like, in terms of what the Black Blood's doing, the deal with Xalatath, like, the tech itself. I'm assuming that things like that will be tackled there. It could also be that he's, like, subtly referring to the fact that Galliwix is a fucking Dreadlord motherfucker. And he's Deatherrock. So, you never know. You never know.
Wix's encounter is a really core part of the story that we are telling within the Undermined update. And so, of course, it was a no-brainer. We wanted to make sure that we gave you that story mode so you can go in there as well. In regards to this
First Jaina, now Galliwix, don't pretend like one of those is not immensely more believable than the other. Okay? Let's not pretend that Jaina Dreadlord is the same thing as Galliwix Dreadlord. This guy is I have a video titled Galliwix is a fucking rat. Like, there's a reason why that video exists, okay? There's a reason.
boss raid, things in Undermine happens the Goblin way. And the raid itself is very much a way with which you can see what zany, crazy encounters our encounter designers picked up and did it in a way that's very goblin-y. A couple notable examples.
We're gonna like have to run through some trash heaps and turn into a rolling trash heap that picks up more trash heaps and then hit the boss to like interrupt some mechanic or something. Jeez, dude.
Examples that I would call out is we have the Cauldron of Carnage. that is going to have
I'm excited
a
for this.
gorilla versus a mechanical Tyrannosaurus
I'm pretty
that are
stoked
going
for
to
this.
fight each other, kind of a reference. We have
Kind of a reference. They cut what he was saying there. Do you hear that? They cut his dialogue probably because he says it's a reference to something, and then they're like, "Oh, we can't say that," even though it's clearly a reference. I almost wonder if he said it, and then they took it out.
Tyrannosaurus that are going to fight each other, kind of a reference. We have the
Yeah, just go straight to the next audio clip.
big tank that does the massive J-turn flame shooting out of it. And then we have our DJ ball.
It's so sick, dude. Like looking at this
Of the-
tank move this way. I just want to say, like, in the history of WoW, there's been like a lot of vehicles. And a lot of the vehicle movement is very static and like not interesting, you know? So I think not only is it an expression of the increase in technology, but in the game, but also obviously in real life, the way that they can like rig and animate these things is really fucking sick. And it's really cool and kind of surreal to like see this kind of movement from this kind of object in WoW, because traditionally they've just been very rigid. And even in BFA, the ones that we fought were just like very rigid and like, yeah. So I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty stoked for this.
The big tank that does the massive J-turn flame shooting out of it. And then we have our DJ boss, who compels you by the power of sound.
And I know that's just the intro. Wait, what? This DJ boss compels you by the power of sound. So this is about literally using a song to like control your mind. Like look at the eyes of the goblin here. Like all loopy and shit. Is this like another allusion to like a siren's call? Like a siren song? Like calling you to do something? Calling you to your destiny or something? Makes me think about the Song of Elune. And there's a big old disco ball hanging up there in the sky, kind of like where you'd find Elune. But you know what I mean?
In order to listen to Gallywix and not to anyone else. And then lastly, of course, the Gallywix encounter, once people see that mech, and also what the mythic mount will be, I feel a lot of people
I'm assuming the mythic mount will be the mech. And yeah, that's pretty fucking sick.
Going to be trying to see how they can get to cutting edge, because it is wild.
I'm very excited about the Carnage fight because that T-Rex, the Mechasaur, that also has a chance to drop a mount, and as a collector, I want.
I mean, yeah, they do show that. You can get the T-Rex as a mount. Holy fuck me, dude.
Excited about the Carnage fight.
Holy shit. You know what's really a shame, dude? That you have to have 20 consistent people on a roster to do Mythic. Because holy fucking shit.
Because that T-Rex, the
These
Mechasaur,
mounts are fucking sick.
that also has a chance to drop a mount, and as a collector, I want that mount so bad.
It's the coolest mount in the game, in my opinion.
Dude, I mean, it's pretty close for me. For ground mounts, that's pretty close to the coolest mount in the fucking game. That's sick. That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
But can he drift? Could you imagine if they could make it do that? If they could do that shit? Or like fucking Flintstone drifting around, dude. Imagine it can transform her into a car. Don't even fucking say that. That's disgusting. That's so cool, I'm about to throw up. That's so cool. I know that doesn't make any sense, but holy shit, that's cool.
Are there any other rewards we can look out for?
I'm gonna
With
puke.
the new raid comes new gear sets and set bonuses, and these set bonuses are going to be themed around the Magnificent Galagio. Whether you're a tank that wants a little bit more luck of the draw, or a healer that needs a little bit added.
What the fuck? Is that a priest? The fuck is this? The fuck?
Insurance, the two set bonuses are going to be unique.
It's interesting. It's got a fucking a thorned halo around the head. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's pretty cool. This looks like a frost mage outfit. Runes on banners. Darkened eyes, blue gems, frost. It looks like frost mage. Looks like they're tying lightning to priest. They may. Yeah, it kind of does look like lightning, the runes do. Kind of looks like a crescent moon as well. Some interesting kind of crescent moon here as well, if you want to look at it that way.
Per role, but the 4 set bonuses are going to be unique per specialization.
Oh man, the rogue set is fucking. Oh man. Is that a Maldraxxus themed druid set? What the fuck am I looking at? What the fuck? Yo, let's tie the Maldraxxi and the Drust and the Primus all together now, dude. If the Primus was the former like ruler of Thros and the Drust, it is really interesting that like Zoval's hole in his chest looks like tree bark, like a broken open trunk of a tree that had like something ripped out of it. So interesting. Look at that slimy. What is that? Like an experimental, like, what the fuck is that on his back, too? It's like a cool staff. The warrior set looks, I mean, it looks all right. It looks very similar to other sets that I've seen. And this one I'm assuming is mage. It has like a glacial head with like, or maybe it's shaman, but it's a staff, so it's got to be mage, right? Kind of looks like Virnoth a little bit. Yeah. Kind of like icy shit. Kind of a conductor staff of some kind.
Something for everyone.
Well, this is just one color scheme as well. So like, you know, you're going to have different colors. Show me lock. Yeah.
Before we wrap up, what are you both most excited for with this update?
Oh, it's got to be Drive for me. I mean, I cannot wait to start drifting around the Undermine between queues.
Drive looks insane.
It's going to be my new anti-AFK activity for sure.
Same. I'm not going to be doing flying laps in fucking Dornegal anymore. I'm going to be drifting my ass off listening to some fucking the Tokyo Drift soundtrack in this place, dude, for like hours, just ranting about Sargeras being dominated or something.
Activity for sure.
Going in circles, just like how we always do.
Absolutely. This time, so
Yep.
So I'm excited for 2 things about the Undermine update. 1, I finally get to be able to talk about Undermine, which is awesome. 2,
it's fucking huge, by the way. It's pretty big, man. I'm pretty impressed. This looks really nice. I'm pretty impressed. It's interesting, the goblins' tendency to build themselves a fake sky. I think that's kind of fascinating that they've done that. And they have little light bulbs hanging out in the sky that almost look like stars. Do you think that's interesting? Wonder where they got that from. Gnomes do that as well? There you go. Did they do that in Gnomeregan? In Mechagon. The inventors in Mechagon. So, okay, so you're telling me that 2 races that are literally alleged to be the product of experimentation of Mimiron, the keeper of Loken, build themselves fake skies in their underground layers. Is what you're telling me? Huh? That's interesting.
Undermine, which is awesome. 2, players getting to experience the new take on goblin culture, from storycore all the way down, that we have really been excited about, is really showing a more relatable story about goblins. And I cannot wait for people to see the passion that has gone into everything about Undermine. I cannot wait for people to experience from our local stories to our main campaign. There is a lot of love and care and passion put into
Fuck, I'm so
Undermine
stoked.
that really resonates throughout the whole experience. And it really was this moment of just everyone who is excited to work on goblins. We finally were able to be like, here it is. Let's do our best that we can in terms of creating this.
Dude, the raid looks so... Dude, the spotlights are just like the fucking chef's kiss, dude. It really takes it to another level, having those spotlights going back and forth in front of this fucking raid. It looks so fucking good, dude. I'm kind of dumbstruck, dude. Like, the design in this expansion has been unfucking real. Every zone is beautiful. Like, just everything, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna say it, dude. I think that I don't know, man. They're right up there with Legion zones for me, and some of the BFA zones too. Like these are, I don't know. These are, I just don't know. Like I said during my initial leveling journey in Dornegal, I don't know if I've ever played a WoW this well crafted in terms of like the zones and the quests and, it's crazy, dude. This is what happens when you let people pour love into their work. Yeah, crazy, right?
Story.
Thank you guys so much for talking to me about Undermined, and thank you for tuning into WowCast, and we'll see you next time in Undermined.
Undermined with a fucking golden D, which makes me think of Daddy Denathrius. Lightning, star, lightning. Red lightning, blue star, red lightning. Wonder if that means anything. Probably not. Daddy D, big old Daddy D's nuts, Daddy Deatherock, Daddy Denathrius Deatherock, Golden D for Dreadlord.